Hello, hello, welcome back to the vlog. Hey you guys, it's been a minute, a couple weeks here. I think this might be my first vlog back since Vlogmas in July, so happy August everybody. I know that I'm going to be doing some meal prep and me and you can catch up. So let me think about everything I have to prep. Let's turn the oven on. I'm sure Mario didn't put anything in the oven. Sometimes he stores things in here when he cleans the kitchen. At this point right now, it's easiest for me to just like, when I have these chunks of time, I have like an hour free here, to just prep all of the meat for the week. Any like vegetable, anything that takes like longer than 10 minutes to cook should be prepped, I've learned. And then I'll just reheat when we eat it, because otherwise it's just too complicated with August. Like, he's like pretty good at playing by himself while I do this kind of thing, but it's stressful for me to think about. Like, so I've just been prepping. I feel like I don't need to explain more than that. Okay, I'm going to set these chicken thighs to marinate, so give me 1 second. There it is. Okay. All right, I'm gonna be prepping for 3 different meals. So I'm gonna let these chicken thighs marinate in the juices of these red peppers for like 40 minutes while I cook the rest of the meat. Okay, so after Vlogmas in July, if you're subscribed to my Patreon, then you know I went out of town for a weekend for my friend's bachelorette. That was like 2 weeks ago. If you've been here for a long time, you know that I really struggle with coming back from being out of town for any length of time. Even though I was gone for like less than 48 hours, I still struggle. So that was made more complicated by the fact that I came back and August had COVID, which fortunately neither Mario nor myself caught. Although I did get a little sick, I never got COVID, which was nice. You know, I have a weakened immune system because I'm immunocompromised, so I always get a little nervous when illnesses like that hit the house, especially because I was so sick at the beginning of the year with like recurrent pneumonia. So anyway, I came back, I've already kind of mentally dysregulated, and then I had to deal with, you know, caring for a sick child. Mario had to go to work. They don't care that he was exposed to COVID. So it was just a lot, and I knew pretty much immediately that this YouTube channel was going to take a back seat for a minute. Now I'm going to cook this pre-marinated pollo asado from Trader Joe's. So that was last week. Today's a Wednesday while I'm speaking with you. I have no idea when I'm going to post this. But that was a week ago that I came back, and August was sick for about a week. He's much better now, and all better, in fact. But anyway, that's why I didn't come back right away. Again, this is all stuff I posted on the Patreon, so some of you guys may already know this. Then I had plans this past weekend to like get back on top of filming and, you know, be able to post right away. I was gonna film like 3 videos this past weekend, and I ended up obviously not doing that. Mostly just because it was the first weekend back, like with my family, with none of us being ill, and I just wanted to relax and spend time with them. Hold on. I'm just gonna cook this chicken in the air fryer real quick. That cooks for like 25 minutes. All right. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to chop up some potatoes for roasting. Bought little baby potatoes this week. I love a baby potato. What did I just do with my scissors? Oh, here they are. So anyway, long story short, oh, hold on. I love making YouTube videos, but I try and remind myself occasionally that this is a hobby. I'm very fortunate to make some money off of this, but this is not my full-time job. My full-time job is being a stay-at-home mom, which requires an enormous amount of time and concentration. And then my job that makes me money is my freelance editing business. So mainly I just wanted to focus on the things that make me money. I was editing a lot last week. I've also just been reading my reading updates. I have one coming probably in the next video. They're gonna be insane. I've been reading a lot. I've been reading really great series, so my free time has been mostly spent focusing on that. And I don't have a ton of free time. Like, the big thing for me about being dysregulated coming back from a trip is that the thing that helps me the most is staying in routine. With August being sick last week, there was like very little routine to stick to because we couldn't go do our normal things. because I was trying to like, you know, isolate obviously in quarantine. So it's hard to get back on track. And then now this week I'm back into my normal routine. I have extra childcare this week in order to help me get back on track, just because August had COVID. We obviously didn't have anyone come watch him, and I didn't bring him anywhere. So I was trying to do all the editing I could during his nap times and in the morning and stuff. And so anyway, now this week I feel like I'm back into a routine. Yeah, so I feel like I'm finally coming back into myself. Frankly, I honestly haven't really felt like filming. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but you do have to be in a certain frame of mind to get in front of a camera and chat idly the way I'm doing right now. And today's honestly kind of the first day that I felt like, okay, yeah, I could get in front of a camera. But the family time has been nice. I'm so happy that August is all better now. I'm so happy that I'm back on top of my editing schedule. All my clients are happy. I'm happy. And so here we are finally getting back into the groove of things. I've had a lot of time to reflect on Vlogmas in July and see where things I thought were going to be easy were hard and all of that, and I feel definitely like I'm in good control of where I want my channel to be. I actually feel like it highlighted a lot of what was working before Vlogmas in July, so we're gonna go kind of back to that. Honestly, like the volume of videos is not difficult for me in terms of editing. It's mostly the filming that's hard, because I often lack energy to have any semblance of a personality in front of the camera, if I'm being honest. I feel like, frankly, if we're gonna be totally frank right now, which I might as well be, sorry also you're hearing the air fryer in the back. I just realized this was gonna be a noisy production, but that's fine. It's been okay, this stay-at-home mom thing. It's been way harder than I thought it was going to be. And that's just because, of course, like, you know, people are busy during the day. I haven't made as many mom friends as I thought I was going to, and the mom friends that I have made, they work, obviously. So it's not like they're stay-at-home moms like me that can just like catch up and hang out during the work day. It's like people that I want to hang out with, they work. And so when they want to hang out is when I finally have time to spend with my husband, who also works a lot. And so it's just hard, because like then I don't have the energy. It's like I have so many text messages from friends that I need to respond to that I haven't gotten to, because I just like can't be fucked right now. Like I literally don't have the energy to hold up a text conversation. I'm like kind of lonely, if I'm being honest. It's weird, I am and I'm not, because I do a pretty good job of like finding time to socialize, but also like spending all of your time with a 1-year-old, or 17 months now, you guys, a 17-month-year-old who can't really talk back to me, although it's getting better. He's so fucking cute. He's in the cutest stage in the world right now. But anyway, it's just harder than I thought it was going to be. And it's like, I love kids. I thought this was going to be great, but like, it's just a lot of kind of loneliness that I wasn't expecting. And Mario and I definitely are considering moving, but also it's like the job market is so horrible right now, and the odds of him finding a suitable career in a different city are difficult. So we kind of go back and forth on that a lot. I don't know. It's been a weird time. It's hard to complain, because overall I am very happy. My child's incredible. My life is incredible. I have, you know, my dream job at the moment, which is working for myself, making my own hours, editing, which is what I love to do. So it's like, I find it hard to complain, while also, you know, I want to acknowledge that like being a stay-at-home mom is not the walk in the park I thought it was going to be emotionally and mentally. And I'm kind of surprised by that. Well, I would say it's like 75% good, 25% bad, if I'm being honest. But yeah, like I said, this week I have a lot of help. We have an extra day with our nanny this week, which I'm so grateful for. And my parents are coming up for a half day tomorrow. So all in all, like things are pretty good. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, chop up all the potatoes, salt, pepper, and olive oil. Keep it simple. The good news is that I have no plans to leave town again until the end of September. We're going to 2 weddings on the East Coast at the end of next month. So that'll be like the next big routine disruptor, but I'm actually really looking forward to this trip. It's like we're taking this trip and then we're taking one big vacation next year. I'm really looking forward to both of those. Other than that, I'm really looking forward to not leaving town, just because like as much fun as it always is, it does fuck with me. I honestly feel like I probably won't fully resettle until after that trip. Fortunately, we are not traveling for the holidays. I cannot tell you how much of a stress relief that is to know that I don't have to travel for the holidays. Set those in for 30 minutes. Am I gonna have to, yeah, I might have to use this knife again, so let's just put that here. Put this here. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to chop up these strawberries. I went with strawberries this week, which means that they need to be prepped. Otherwise I won't use them and they will go bad, as I never feel like chopping them up in the moment. Okay, let's wash them. What am I gonna put them in? Okay, chopping strawberries. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the update. That's where I've been. I know I got some messages saying y'all were worried about me. Never worry about me. If I'm gone, it just means I don't feel like filming. That's all it means. There's nothing more serious going on. Mario and I still have all of the sodas to do our soda taste test. I'm going to film a book update soon. I'm going back inside the dressing room, hoping to film those maybe tomorrow when my parents are here. Yeah, overall, I really can't complain. Nothing really crazy has been going on. I've just been in my feelings. You know, I have tumultuous mental health at the best of times. So, it is what it is. That's what therapy is for. I just need to think about meal prep. That's crazy. Is that like I drag my heels on it so much. Like I should have done this like 2 days ago. But then once I'm in it, it's like so easy. And then I'm like, my life is easier for like an entire week. It's like 1 hour of work and my life is easier for an entire week. So I don't know why I'm always dragging my heels about it. Also, these strawberries look bomb as fuck. They look juicy. Look at how good these strawberries look, you guys. That's insane. I'm trying to think. Okay, in the spirit of complaining, because I do feel like there's been a bit of complaining in this vlog, I'll also say that my insomnia has been out of control lately. That's another thing, is that when I'm really tired like that, I try, you know, normally when August naps, I work. That's the easiest time to work. When he's sleeping, I get like a good solid 2 or 3 hours of editing and I can get like almost a full job done in that time. But lately, because I have not been sleeping at all, I have been trying to nap when he naps, which also doesn't really work because I can't really nap. I'm not a napper. Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing my best to get good sleep. It's one of those things where I have no problem falling asleep. I'm usually falling asleep by like 10 or 11, but then like clockwork, I wake up at like 2 a.m. Also when August was sick, he was also waking up at 2 a.m. So it was, I think like that kind of got me back into this negative routine where like when he was sick, he would wake up at 2, I would go, you know, get him and like rock him back to sleep or whatever. And then I'd be up. Once I'm up, I'm up. My body does not discern between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. And so then I'm dead tired on my feet all day. I'm like chugging caffeine to keep myself alive. And then that caffeine is probably what fucks me up at night. And so I kind of got into a bad insomnia loop that I'm in currently. I'm still in it. Very, very tired right now, despite having had a literal boatload of coffee this morning. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. Got a lot of editing done, at least while I was awake this morning. Okay, I feel like I need to stop complaining. But this is just like my little update for you guys. I'm no stranger to insomnia. I've had insomnia since, in one form or another, right? Because it takes different forms for me. I've had a version of insomnia since I was like 21 years old, so over a decade. So it's not like a problem that I'm unfamiliar with. It's highly related to my anxiety. And weirdly, I believe it is related to my depression. I feel like you guys may remember I am bipolar type 2, and when I am in a depressive phase, my insomnia kicks up really bad, which I have been because like travel triggers that. That's what I mean. Like I get dysregulated, I get depressed. Story of my fucking life. Honestly, and this is like so weird because like my child should not be solving these problems for me, but having a kid has kind of been really amazing for my bipolar disorder because it forces a routine onto me. It's like even on days when normally I don't want to get out of bed at all, I have to because I have to mother my child. He wakes up, I can't just leave him there, you know? So he wakes up, I got to do breakfast with him, and you know, it kind of didn't help that he was sick when I was depressed because we had nothing better to do but just chill around the house in our pajamas. But I still had to get up and make 3 meals a day, and that really helps because without another person forcing that upon me, sometimes that shit wouldn't get done. Wow, I'm really just like bearing my fucking soul on the internet in a way I don't normally do. Whatever, I have no secrets. One of our friends, one of August's godparents, is turning 30 this weekend, so I'm planning a 30th birthday for him. I have to like call the venue today and like settle some last minute questions. That's on my to-do list, but mostly I just have to edit it. I am taking some time for myself later this week and going and getting a massage at a spa for my birthday, which was, oh, it was 3 months ago. My friends got me a gift card to a spa for a massage, and I haven't had time or the ability to use it. So I'm very excited to be doing that later this week. I mean, that's another reason why it's good I have a lot of childcare so I can get ahead of myself. Okay, strawberries are cut. There used to be a compost guy that stopped by every other week, and then they stopped doing that service in my neighborhood. I need to find like a different way to compost because I do have a lot of food trash that now just goes in the trash, sadly, that I wish I had a system for composting. You would think a city like LA would be a little bit more better with their infrastructure in that way, but they're not. It was a private company that I had signed up for that was doing the composting for me before, and now that they stopped servicing my area, I really don't know what to do. I definitely don't have the bandwidth or the wherewithal to make my own compost, nor do I garden, so what would I do with it? Okay, let me flip this chicken. It smells good. Definitely not done though. Okay. I think all I literally have left, I have to make a sauce. Okay, so the 3 meals I'm prepping, honestly, we kind of eat the same like 4 to 5 meals a week, which is just fine by me because it makes my life so much easier. The less I have to like do mentally in that regard, the better. It is now so hot in this kitchen between all of these appliances being on. So one meal is the chicken shawarma, chicken thighs from Trader Joe's, which I haven't made yet, but they're these. I'm gonna cook these when those are done in the air fryer. I make most of my meat in the air fryer because, you know, it's been vegan for like 7 years, so I'm not very good at cooking meat. I like to just like put it in the air fryer and put the setting on, and then it cooks perfectly for me. Anyway, so those chicken thighs, that's what the potatoes are for. Those together. Oh, cucumber, I need to chop cucumber. I was like, I feel like I have more to chop. And I'm gonna skin this as well because I don't think August likes the skin very much. In my head, I'm like, skin sounds wrong. Peel. Peel is the word I'm cutting board. Okay, so I'm glad I'm talking this out. I would have forgotten that. Okay, so yeah, the chicken chicken shawarma thighs with potatoes and the cucumbers. Potato cucumbers I kind of mix together with, it's supposed to be like a dip. It's garlic spread, but I just like mix it with the potatoes and cucumbers. It's quite good. That's a meal right there. Potatoes, cucumbers, and chicken. Then another meal is the chicken that I'm making right now, the pollo asado. I do that with some Mexican rice. I'm a Trader Joe's hoe, if you can't tell. The Mexican Trader Joe's rice, that chicken, and avocado. So those 3 things plopped together, that's a meal. Then, of course, I have my turkey pasta, but there's no prep really for that. That just is what it is. It takes 20 minutes to make. Then another meal that I'm prepping, the chicken that I'm marinating, is for like I don't know, I've altered the ingredients so much to make it less spicy for August. I don't really know what to call it, but it's just like a chicken thigh pasta with a sauce that I'm gonna make here in a second that's got like cottage cheese in it, so it's got like protein hidden in the sauce. Honestly, it's like a modified recipe from when I was training to get in shape for my wedding. I was working with a personal trainer at the time who had sent me a bunch of recipes, and this was one of my favorites. The original recipe is quite spicy, so I've modified it over the last couple of months to make it more palatable for August. For a while he was doing okay with spicy stuff, but not so much anymore, and so honestly it's just all about getting him stuff that he'll eat. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Like, I want to compost this, but I don't have the infrastructure to do so. So sadly it has to go in the trash. How do I want to do this? Should I do sticks or rounds? I'm gonna do chunks. Listen, I'm no chef. So anyway, those are all the things. So I have to cook all the meat, cook the potatoes, chop the veggies, and then make the sauce for the chicken thigh pasta. And then that's it. And like I've been doing lately is like these meals will feed like, they're like 4 or 5 servings. So frankly, Mario kind of misses out because he just gets home too late to have dinner with us. I was trying to hold out, but August was getting hungry and it was just not worth it. So frankly, August and I will eat these for dinner, and then we'll have leftovers for lunch the next day, and sometimes even more after that. It's been kind of nice. It's been kind of nice to work it that way. I feel bad that I don't really get to cook for Mario, but he's been okay. He can provide for himself. Sometimes he'll eat our leftovers. That's done. I'm gonna keep this cutting board out so I can cut the chicken when it's done. You'll notice that pretty much the primary protein in this house these days is chicken. That's a picky eater thing on August's behalf. We have turkey once a week, but like I don't eat red meat. So that's actually not on him, that's on me. I don't eat pork, I don't eat beef. It's just a personal preference. After years of being vegan, I just can't do it. So that's that. I usually love seafood, but August hates it. I'm gonna try. He goes through phases with food, so I'm gonna try again in a couple weeks here, but like every time I was making salmon or shrimp or anything, he was throwing it, spitting it out, did not like it, so it's just not worth the hassle for me. So we've been mostly poultry household. Sit for a second, rinse out the air fryer, and go again with the chicken shawarma. Okay, that's cooking. Let's get Tupperware for this. Chop it up, and then honestly, after this meat cooks and I chop that up and the potatoes finish cooking, all I have left to do is make the sauce and then do the dishes, of course. But I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know what, oh, there's the time. Okay, yeah, it's only been like 35 minutes, so can't complain about that. Frankly, like the crappy food we ate last week while August was sick does make me feel bad because I just was so lazy. I was making like frozen pizzas and mac and cheese. So I'm happy to be able to feed my child something healthy this week. Oh my god, and this is why I love the air fryer. This fucking chicken is perfectly cooked. I mean, I could never have done this any other way. The air fryer was like a wedding gift. Greatest wedding gift we ever got. My mother-in-law got it for us. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Literally, I use it every day. I'm doing an absolutely terrible job of cutting this up, but it's fine. Okay, the camera overheated, but we're back. I started the dishwasher. I'm gonna have to do 2 rounds of dishwasher just because it's already pretty full. And the potatoes are almost done. I just checked on them. They need like 5 more minutes. This chicken is still going. Actually, I'm gonna flip it real quick. Okay, that's still going. So it's time to make the sauce for the chicken thigh pasta. So first things first, I need a cup of cottage cheese, which is like half of this. Let's eyeball half of this. That looks good. Then I need a cup of pasta sauce. So in the past, I would have used Rayo's arrabbiata, but we're just using plain marinara because of August. Wonderful. I have enough to use more for next week. And then, okay, so in the past, I would put like a shitload of hot sauce in here. Now I'm just gonna put, just for flavor, just a smidge. Now I do half a teaspoon paprika, half a teaspoon garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of oregano. Fuck this, I'll do it by eye. Okay, that's all the stuff for the sauce, so let's blend her up. I have misplaced so many Tupperware lids because I let August play with the Tupperware. Hopefully this one is big enough. You know what, actually, I'm gonna put them in a different container. This will be big enough. Look at that thick cottage cheese based pasta sauce. Okay. Well, this was the right container for this. Throw this in the fridge. That's prepped. And put the blender base back. Okay, this is amazing. All I have left to do is put the potatoes in container and cut up the rest of the chicken, which will be done in 5 minutes. So, she was literally now just finding lids that will fit. Okay. I guess I didn't use enough olive oil. These are kind of sticking to the pan. Huh. I thought I used a lot of olive oil. Not enough, it appears. Not to worry. I'm a big proponent of letting shit rinse. I mean, yeah, to rinsing stuff and letting it sit. So that is what I will do with this. The sink's a little bit of a disaster. I do feel bad for Denise when she comes back. She's gonna be like, what happened in this kitchen? Now let me go hunting for another container for the last of the chicken and then we're done. Oh my god, I feel so good about this thing, guys. I love a productive hour and it has been exactly 1 hour at this moment. This chicken is done. Oh, I was gonna cook those chicken thighs. I think I'm gonna wait on that. I have to go back and edit. I need to utilize the last 4 hours I have of childcare here properly. Well, alright you guys, once this is chopped, then I'm pretty much all prepped except for those last chicken thighs that I have to cook, which I will do. Honestly, that meal requires me to cook some pasta, so I'll have a little bit of time to cook the chicken thighs. And honestly, the longer they marinate, the better they are, so no harm, no foul. But I have all of the protein for the rest of the meals prepped, except for the turkey, because I cook that. Kind of the same thing, like the turkey also goes with pasta, so I have time to cook the protein while I'm cooking the pasta for those meals. I don't pre-cook pasta, that sounds disgusting, especially given that it has to be gluten-free. Nah. But yeah, there we go, I'm all prepped. So the proteins for the non-pasta dishes, there we go, that's prepped. The potatoes are prepped. I chopped up some strawberries for a snack. I chopped up the cucumbers for that meal. That's pretty much all I had to do. Oh, and I made the sauce. And it's like, honestly, none of it took me that long. Like, I got all of that done in an hour. It's just that, like, I know now I'll actually eat these meals instead of being like, I'm too tired to do like this 20 minutes of work. Because sometimes it gets to like 6 o'clock, which is when we usually eat. And that's just the truth. Like, I'm just too fucking tired. So having most of this stuff prepped is such a huge help. Honestly, it's lunchtime and I'm getting a little lightheaded. So I might sit down and eat a little something right now. God, this chicken is cooked perfectly. I cannot tell you how much I fucking love my air fryer. I feel like I've repeated myself a lot in this video, but some things bear repeating. I don't know what air fryer it was because it was on a registry, but if I could find it, I'll link it below. I think any air fryer would do, though. I feel like I picked the one on a registry at complete random. Rinse this off, call it a day. Alrighty, let me put this in the fridge and go back upstairs. Oh wait, I was gonna eat something. What am I gonna eat? I don't know, I'm gonna have some water. By the way, at some point in Vlogmas in July, I polled you guys on cubed versus crushed ice because I'm team cubed and Mario's team crushed, and it was like 50-50 in the comments. So this is truly some people have strong preferences, but there's no like prevailing winner, which I always think is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go back upstairs and edit. Thank you guys so much for catching up with me, and I'm sure I'll see you guys soon. Bye.